Dear students, good morning. Welcome to English class. And today also, we will continue doing question answer based on reading text 2. Yesterday, we looked at reading text 2 from SEE set RE101 AC. Today, we are looking at the world question collection and it's RE101 BC. Look at question number 2. What does the instruction say? The instruction says, read the text and do the tasks. And this reading text is from Unit 18 of your textbook. It's on page number 192. Now, let's start looking at the questions. What is the first question? It's write true for true and false for false statements. And in this lesson 2, I'm going to teach you how to find out whether a particular statement is true or false from the given text. So let's look at number A. What does it say? People are born lucky or unlucky, which doesn't change. Now look at the text. It's in the first paragraph. Can you look from the second sentence of the first paragraph? What does it say? We often hear comments like this person is just lucky, he touches dirt and it turns to gold, or he is unlucky, no matter what he touches it turns to dirt. These comments are not true of anyone. Do you see the sentence there? These comments are not true of anyone. Means this is not true in all cases. The text says that, but the statement says people are born lucky or unlucky, which doesn't change. So it's true or false? False. Now look at number B. The so-called unlucky ones often repeat the same mistake every time. Do you understand the meaning of this statement? Now, can you look at paragraph 2? It's in the second line. The successful person is doing something right in each transaction, and the failure is repeating the same mistake time and again. Look at the sentence. The failure is repeating the same mistake time and again. Here the phrase failure means the unlucky person. So what does the statement say? The so-called unlucky ones often repeat the same mistake every time. The failure is repeating the same mistake time and again. Time and again means every time. Repeating the same mistake, the phrase is there in the statement, so the statement is true. Now look at C. What does it say? The lucky ones never make any mistake at all. Can you look at the second line of the second paragraph? The successful person is doing something right in each transaction. In each transaction means every time. The statement says the lucky ones never make any mistake at all. The successful person means the lucky ones. Text also says they never make any mistake, and the statement also says the lucky ones never make any mistake at all. So the information is same in the text and in the statement. So number C is also true. Now number D. It is not sure that only practice makes one perfect. Now, can you look at the third line of the text? Practice does not make perfect. Do you see the phrase there? Practice does not make perfect. It is from the text. Now in the statement, it is not sure that only practice makes one perfect. So what do you think? The statement is true or false? Yes, it's true. Now number E. One should try to see opportunity in the face of obstacle. If you look at the last paragraph in the given text, do you see there? The ability to show courage in the face of adversity. Show self-restraint in the face of temptation. Choose happiness in the face of hurt. Show character in the face of despair. And see opportunity in the face of obstacles. See. The same phrase is repeated there. In the text, see opportunity in the face of obstacles, and in the statement, one should try to see opportunity in the face of obstacle. Means the information is same. And what about this statement? Is it true or false? Yes, it's true. Now let's move on to question number B. And the instruction says, answer the following questions. Let's look at the first. How do people's comments define lucky and unlucky? The question is asking about the people's comments on the definition of lucky and unlucky. How do they comment? Can you look at the first line? We often hear comments means we often hear comments from people. And after that, do you see the inverted comma? This person is just lucky he touches dirt and it turns to gold, or he is unlucky no matter what he touches it turns to dirt. So these are the people comments about lucky and unlucky. How do you write the answer? A lucky person touches dirt and it turns into gold, but an unlucky person, whatever he touches turns into dirt. This is the answer for this question. Sometimes you can just copy the comments from inverted comma. That also gives you the mark. But it is better to write in your own sentence. Now look at number B. What kind of practice is needed to be perfect? So in the question, you see the word practice. You see the word perfect. Can you look for these words in the text? If you look at the third line of the second paragraph, practice does not make perfect. Only perfect practice makes perfect. There lies the answer. What is the question? What kind of practice is needed to be perfect? Perfect practice. So the phrase perfect practice is the answer. How do you write the answer then? You put the answer at the beginning. What kind of practice? Perfect practice. And then you write the remaining part of the question. Is needed to be perfect. Now let's move on to number C. What is cultivating habits compared with? Can you look for the phrase cultivating habit in the text? If you look at the third paragraph, cultivating a habit is like plowing a field. Do you see the phrase cultivating a habit? Yes, that is the key word from the question. If you look at the sentence, you see the word like there. The use of word like means there is comparison. So the answer is cultivating habit is compared with plowing a field. Did you get my answer? Number D. What is the question? How should one react when one is in adverse situation? What is the key word in this question? The key word is adverse situation. Can you look at the last paragraph? The ability to show courage in the face of adversity. Do you see the word adversity there? Yes, this is the key word. What is one required to do in adversity? It's show courage. You just write, when one is in adverse situation, one should show courage. Now let's move on to number E. Why is motivation important? And can you look for the word motivation in the text? If you look at the third paragraph, do you see? Habits generate other habits. Inspiration is what gets us started. Motivation is what keeps us on track. Why is motivation important? Motivation is important to keep us on track. So that is the answer. Now let's go on to question set RE101CC. Look at question number 2. What does the instruction say? Where is this text from? Do you know? It's from Unit 14 of your textbook and it's on page number 154. Only a part of the text is given. The whole text is not given there. If you don't have the old question set, you can look at the textbook as well. Now, read the text and do the tasks. The part of the text is given and there are two types of questions. One is put the following sentences in the correct order and another is answer the following questions. Do you remember the type of question ordering or sequencing? The first one is ordering type of question. Means you have to put all these sentences in the correct order as they appear in the text. Let's start from the ordering question. First, I will read out the sentences given there. Number A is, his grandma vanished into the crowded city. Dinesh saw his grandmother packing her bags. He asked his father to stop his grandma. Junkiri arrived looking stressed. his question remained unanswered. There are 5 statements and your task is to put all those statements in the correct order as they appear in the text. And when you do this type of question, first you read the statements like I did earlier. Then you read the text and find out the position of those sentences. कुरा बुझ्नुभयो? अर्डरिङ टाइपको क्वेसनमा चाहिँ पहिला स्टेटमेन्टहरू पढ्ने, त्यसपछि टेक्स्ट पढ्ने, अनि त्यो टेक्स्टमा त्यो स्टेटमेन्ट मध्ये जुन पहिले आउँछ त्यही चाहिँ 1 नम्बरको हुन्छ, अनि त्यसरी अर्डर गर्दै जाने. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट रिडिङ द टेक्स्ट. इन द थर्ड लाइन यु सी Dinesh was perplexed when he saw his grandma packing so many bags. Do you see? The sentence from B is there. Dinesh saw his grandmother packing her bags. So the first sentence is number B. And you write 1 in front of the number B. Where are you going, grandma? Pavitra looked at her 8 years old grandson. Your uncle's house. Are you going for a long time there? Asked Dinesh. Pavitra didn't reply but continued packing her things. Do you see the sentence Pavitra didn't reply? Yes. In ordering sentence also, you see the sentence. Look at number E. His question remained unanswered means Pavitra didn't reply. So the second sentence is E. So just write 2 in front of E. Go on reading the text. At the moment, his mother Junkiri arrived looking very stressed. And in your ordering statements, Junkiri arrived looking stressed. Do you see there in number D? So it's the third sentence. Again, go to the text and read the next part of the text. Go to your room and check whether you have completed your homework. Don't disturb grandma, she said, staring at him. Dinesh went to his room. He was scared of his mother when she was in a serious mood. After an hour, she called a taxi and loaded it with her luggage. Where are you, Kanchu? Come here, I'm leaving. No sooner had he approached than she kissed and squeezed him tightly, put some money in his hand and got onto taxi. Here in the text also, there are no sentences from that ordering part. Grandma, when will you come back? Dinesh shouted as she vanished into the crowded city in the taxi. Now, do you see the sentence there in the ordering? Yes. His grandma vanished into the crowded city. It's given in number A and that is 4. So only one is left. So number C is number 5. And if you look at the text, you will see that too. He turned to his father Jairam and said, Daddy, stop her or let me go with her. Means he asked his father to stop his grandma. So that is the last sentence. In your examination, you write the different number. त्यहाँ दिएको ABCDE भन्दा फरक नम्बर युज गर्नुस्. फर इक्जाम्पल 1 2 3 4 5 युज गर्नुस्. नम्बर 1 लेख्नुस् अनि त्यसमा आउने फर्स्ट सेन्टेन्स कुन चाहिँ हो? फर्स्ट सेन्टेन्स त्यो अर्डरिङमा B हो. Then you write B there and then you copy the sentence. Dinesh saw his grandmother packing her bags. Then you write 2 and you write the number of the question and what is the second sentence in the correct order? That is E. You copy the sentence. You write 3, then you write D and you copy the sentence. You write 4, then you write A and you copy the sentence. And finally you write 5 and you write the number of the sentence that is in the correct order, that is C. Now let's move on to the next type of question, that is answer the following questions, short answer questions. The questions are very easy in this text. The first question is, why was Dinesh confused? Do you know the meaning of the word confused? Now look at the text. In the third line, you see Dinesh was perplexed. The different word is used there. Perplexed means confused. What is the reason then? And the answer is given after that. त्यहाँ because छैन, when छ, तर answer चाहिँ त्यही पछाडिको हो. Dinesh was perplexed when he saw his grandma packing so many bags. He saw his grandma packing so many bags is the answer. So how do you write? कसरी लेख्नुहुन्छ अब? Dinesh was confused because he saw his grandmother packing so many bags. Now let's move on to number B. Where was Pavitra going? Pavitra is the grandmother's name. If you look at the fourth line of the text, you see the question there. Where are you going, grandma? Pavitra looked at her 8 years old grandson, your uncle's house. Where was she going? Uncle's house. Whose uncle's house? Your uncle. Means you are not going to write your. अब तपाईले त यहाँ your लेख्न भएन. That you refers to the grandson or the boy. So when you write the answer for this, Pavitra was going to the boy's uncle's house. Did you get my point? Your uncle's house means the boy's uncle's house. Now let's move on to number C. When was Dinesh afraid of his mother? And if you look below the text, अघि पढेको भन्दा अलिक तल हेर्नु भयो भने, in the next paragraph, Dinesh went to his room. He was scared. The word scared is there. He means Dinesh. Dinesh was scared of his mother. It is given there, means the answer is there. Answer त्यही छ भन्ने कुरा हामीले बुझ्यौं. The question is when. When was Dinesh afraid of his mother? Dinesh was afraid of his mother when she was in a serious mood. You can just copy from the text. Now let's move to number D. How did the grandma bid goodbye to Dinesh? If you look at the text, just below the sentence that I said earlier, अघि मैले भनेको भन्दा अलिक तल हेर्नु भयो भने, where are you, Kanchu? Come here, I am leaving. त्यो भन्दा तल हेर्नुस् है त. No sooner had he approached than she kissed and squeezed him tightly, put some money in his hand and got onto taxi. How did she bid goodbye? The grandma kissed and squeezed him tightly, put some money in his hand. So this is the answer for that question. Now number E. Who is Binita? And the key word for this question is, यो क्वेसनमा भएको की वर्ड चाहिँ बिनिता हो. अब तपाईले त्यो बिनिता भन्ने वर्ड चाहिँ टेक्स्टमा खोज्नुस्. तपाईलाई दिएको टेक्स्ट जुन क्वेसनमा दिएको छ, त्यो टेक्स्टको लास्ट प्याराग्राफको सेकेन्ड सेन्टेन्स हेर्नुस् त. दिनेश मोस्टली स्पेन्ड द डे विथ बिनिता. The word Binita is there. Means the answer is somewhere there. अब आन्सर त्यतै वरिपरि छ भन्ने बुझ्नु पर्यो. बिनिताको पछाडि के छ? A middle-aged woman who worked as a housekeeper. Who was Binita then? Binita is a housekeeper. Now let's go to question set RE101DC, the next one. And in this set 2, look at question number 2. And this text is from unit 3 of your textbook. It's on page number 23 and 24 from your textbook. Only a part of the text is given. Now, what type of questions are given there? There are true, false and short answer questions. Let's start from true, false. Look at number A. Tom left his wife and his office to enjoy his life freely. What is this sentence? Is the sentence true or false? Look at line number 5 from the text. Without warning, he announced that he didn't like work and that he wasn't suited for marriage. He wanted to enjoy himself. Do you see the phrase there? Yes. The statement says Tom left his wife and his office to enjoy his life freely, and in the text it says he wanted to enjoy himself. So is the statement true or false? True. Now look at number B. Tom had a regular income from his business. Just after the sentence that I said earlier, मैले अगाडि भनेको sentence भन्दा ठिक्क पछाडि हेर्नुस् त. He had a little money. The text says he had a little money, but the statement says Tom had a regular income from his business. Did he have regular income from his business? No. So the statement is false. Number C. The relatives were happy to know that Tom was visiting capitals of Europe. And for this statement, look for the keywords. If you look just below the sentence that I said earlier, मैले अघि भनेको sentence को ठिक्क पछाडि हेर्नु भयो भने, he had a little money and he spent 2 happy years in the various capitals of Europe. Rumors of his doing reached his relations, means his relatives, from time to time, and they were profoundly shocked. Who were shocked? The relatives were shocked. What does the statement say? The statement says the relatives were very happy, but the text says They were shocked. They were shocked means they were not happy. So the statement is false. Number D. He preferred expenses on luxuries to expenses on necessities. If you look at the third last line of the text, तपाईले त्यो टेक्स्टको थर्ड लास्ट लाइनमा हेर्नुभयो भने, but he always said that the money you spent on necessities was boring. The money that was amusing to spend was the money you spent on luxuries. उसले चाहिँ नेसेसिटीमा भन्दा लग्जरीमा चाहिँ आफ्नो खर्च गर्न रुचाउँथ्यो भन्छ टेक्स्टले, and the statement also says the same thing. So the statement is true. And number E, Brother George was a responsible brother. If you look at the last line of the text, for this he depended on his brother George. Means Brother George used to give him money. So was Brother George a responsible brother? Yes. So the statement is true. Now let's go to short answer questions. What is the first question? What type of life was expected of Tom Ramsay? Now look at the text in the fourth line, that Tom Ramsay would have a useful and honorable career. Do you see the phrase there? Useful and honorable? Yes. The answer is that. You can write the answer at the beginning of the question. Useful and honorable life was expected of Tom Ramsay. Number B. How did Tom survive when he ran out of money? तलबाट फिफ्थ लाइनतिर हेर्नुहोस् त. They soon found out he borrowed. Yes, that is the answer. Now, right from the question first, Tom survived by borrowing when he ran out of money. Or you can just write, he borrowed money. That is also the correct answer. Number C. What was the shocking announcement made by Tom? And for this, the key word is announcement. You have to look for the word announcement in the text. And if you look at the fifth line in the text, but one day, without warning, he announced that, the word announced is there. Right? So that is the answer. Means the answer is somewhere there. Answer त्यतै छ. What was his announcement? Yes, the shocking announcement made by Tom was that is from the question. त्यति चाहिँ क्वेसनबाटै हो. अब टेक्स्टबाट हेर्नुस्. He didn't like the work and that he wasn't suited for marriage. So that part of the sentence is the correct answer for that. Now, number D. How was Tom's personality? Means how was Tom? Do you see the phrase he borrowed there? Yes. After that, what is written? He was charming and unscrupulous. Yes. How was he? He was charming and he was unscrupulous. Unscrupulous means he was not honest. How do you write the answer then? Tom was charming and unscrupulous. That is the answer for that question. Now number E. Whom did Tom rely on for his expenses? If you look at the last line of the text, तपाईले last line हेर्नुभयो भने तपाईलाई दिएको टेक्स्टमा, for this he depended on his brother George. Yes, for money he depended on his brother George. अब तपाईले क्वेसनबाट मिलाएर लेख्नु पर्यो. Tom relied on his brother George for his expenses. Or sometimes you can just write, Tom relied on his brother for his expenses. Whatever you write, your answer is correct. Students, are you getting anything? तपाईले क्वेसनको आन्सर कसरी पत्ता लगाउने, ट्रू फल्स कसरी लेख्ने भनेर सिकिरहनु भएको छ. मैले तपाईलाई कसरी लेख्ने भनेर यहाँ देखाइरहेको छु टेक्स्ट र क्वेसन सँगसँगै गरेर. Now, let's go to the next set. Next setमा जाउँ है त. It's 2075. यो चाहिँ अब SCE 2075 को हो है. Look at the set RE101AP. त्यो सेट हेर्नुस् ल. What does the instruction say? Here too, यहाँ पनि त्यो instruction चाहिँ read the text and do the tasks छ. Look at question number A. And before that, where is this text from? Do you know? Yes, the text is from Unit 4 and it's on page number 37. Only a part of the text is given there. And what does question number A says? Match the words or phrases in column A with the appropriate information in column B. Are you going to match word meaning here? No, because it's not word meaning. The question is asking for you to match the words or phrases with their appropriate information in column B. For doing this type of task, you look for the phrases in column A. यस्तो टास्क गर्दाखेरि पनि तपाईले column A मा दिएको फ्रेजहरु टेक्स्टमा खोज्नु पर्छ. What is the first? Special hand machine. In number A, special hand machine is given there. So look for this phrase in the text. If you look at the first line, I bought a ticket and hired a special hand machine, will play the recorded voice to explain to me everything in English. The information about special hand machine is, it's given in number V. Explain everything in English. Do you see the phrase there in the second line? Yes, the answer for that is number V. Now number B, beautiful garden. And look for the phrase beautiful garden in the text. It's in the third line. I came across a beautiful garden. Do you see the phrase beautiful garden there? Yes. Now after that, what is written there? It was full of pointed shapes of fir and pine trees. Is that information given in column B? Yes. If you look at I, third I, you see pointed shapes of the fir and pines. So this is the answer for number B. Now number C, replica of Rodin. If you look at the last paragraph given in your question set, Rodin's copy too was quite small. Rodin's little thinker in Baltimore was a black metal work, just a replica. You see the phrase replica there? So replica of Robin is in Baltimore. In Baltimore. You see the phrase there? Yes. The correct ending for this is number second I is in Baltimore. Now number D, magnificent sculpture. Can you look for the phrase there in the text? Line number 7 ma हेर्नुस् त. Magnificent sculpture of him, it is commonly known as Rodin's thinking man. Do you see that type of information in column B? Yes, known as Rodin's thinking man. It's given in IV. So the answer for number D is IV. And in number E, the word is Antardrishti. If you look at the last line in the given text, it got published in Antardrishti, edited by Jyoti Ghimire of the USA. So what was Antardrishti? It was edited by Jyoti Ghimire. So the first I is the correct answer for this. Okay, in your examination, when you do this type of questions, you write number A, then you write special hand machine, and what is the related information for this? And you write number V, explained everything in English, and you copy that. Did you get my point? अगाडिको नम्बर लेख्ने, त्यहाँ दिएको फ्रेज सार्ने, त्योसँग मिल्ने इन्फर्मेसन कुन हो त्यसको नम्बर पनि लेख्ने, त्यहाँ दिएको इन्फर्मेसन पनि लेख्ने. This way it will be clear for the examiner. Now let's move on to next questions. It's answer the following questions. Number A is, how did the writer get into the museum? Do you know the meaning of get into? Get into means enter. Can you look for the phrase enter in the text? It's in the first sentence. I entered the building. Do you see there? The question is asking, how did the writer get into the museum? Now read that part of the text. I entered the building and as instructed by the curator, I bought a ticket. How did the writer get into the museum then? Now you just write the part of the answer from the question. The writer got into the museum by buying a ticket as instructed by the curator. Or you can just write, the writer got into the museum by buying a ticket. So this is the answer for this question and it is in the text. Now number B, how was the garden of the museum? If you look at the third line of the text, do you see the word garden there? I came across a beautiful garden. How was the garden? The garden was beautiful. It's very simple. Now number C, what is known as Rodin's thinking man? Now, in your text, if you look at line number 7, it says, it is commonly known as Rodin's thinking man. So, Rodin's thinking man is there, right? So, what is known as Rodin's thinking man? The text says it. So, what does the phrase it refer to? त्यहाँ दिएको इटले केलाई रेफर गर्छ भन्नुस् त? अगाडिपट्टि दिएको छ नि, but a magnificent sculpture. So, a magnificent sculpture of Rodin is known as Rodin's thinking man. Now, number D. What is remarkable about Rodin's thinking man? What is remarkable means what is special thing about Rodin's thinking man भन्यो. You have already looked at the phrase Rodin's thinking man. तपाईले Rodin's thinking man भन्ने phrase त अघि देख्नु भएको छ. अब त्यहाँ हेर्दै जानुस् है त. What is special about that भन्न खोज्नु पर्यो. पछाडिको सेन्टेन्स हेर्नुस्. The thinking man squatted on a large and tall marble slab in half-bent posture and pensive mood. This is one of the masterpieces in modern art, and incomparable work. Rodin's pensive mood is remarkable. So what is remarkable about Rodin's thinking man? Rodin's pensive mood is remarkable भन्यो भने त्यसको आन्सर पुग्यो. हेर्नुस् त टेक्स्टमा रिमार्केबलै छ नि, त्यही सार दियो भने पनि पुग्यो यसलाई. Now number E. What is the difference between Rodin in Paris and Rodin in Baltimore? अब Rodin in Baltimore चाहिँ लास्ट प्याराग्राफमा भनेको छ, Rodin in Paris चाहिँ माथि भनेको हो. अब तपाईले what is the difference भनेपछि दुवै लेखिदिनु पर्यो नि. अब अघिल्लो पार्टबाट पहिला Rodin in Paris को आन्सर लेखिदिउँ है. Rodin in Paris squatted on a large and tall marble slab in half-bent posture and pensive mood. But Rodin in Baltimore was a black metal work. So that is the answer for that question. Now, let's move on to the next set. It's SEE 2075-101 BP. And can you look at the question number 2? Yes. It says, read the text and do the tasks. And this is from Unit 8 of your textbook, and it's on page number 84. And in this question, the last 4 paragraphs of your textbook is given. Do you see there? Yes. In this text too, you are given 2 types of question. One is true false and another is short answer questions. So let's try to do true false first. Look at number A. Victims get better job when they are recruited. The statement is this. Now look at the text. Our text ma herau hai ta. If you look at the second paragraph, most victims are involved in slavery-like practices. Do you see the sentence there? The text says most victims are involved in slavery-like practices, but the statement says victims get better jobs when they are recruited. Do you think this statement is true or false? Yes, the statement is false because the text says they are involved in slavery-like practices, but the statement says victims get better jobs. Getting involved in slavery-like practices is not the better job, so it's false. Now look at number B. Most victims are lured to the promises of better job or easy money. Look at the key word from the statement. Lured to the promises of better job or easy money. Look for that part of phrase in your text. अब तपाईले त्यो टेक्स्टमा हेर्नुस् है त. टेक्स्टको फर्स्ट प्याराग्राफको फोर्थ लाइनमा हेर्नुभयो भने at times most victims are lured to promises of better jobs or well-paid jobs in cities. It says that in the text. And what does the statement says? Most victims are lured to the promises of better job or easy money. Yes, the same thing is given there, so it's true. Now number C. Victims of earthquakes, floods, wars can be easily smuggled. Now look at the text. Text में हेर्नुस् त. First paragraph को last line में victims of earthquakes, flood, wars and epidemics can be easily smuggled. The same sentence is repeated in true false. So it's according to the text. Text में जे दिएको छ त्यही भनेको छ, so the statement is true. Now look at number D. The victims have to work long hours and they are paid well. If you look at the second paragraph, second sentence, they have to work long hours without any rest or recreation. They never get medical facility when they fall sick. They are either paid less or their earnings are withheld with prolonged indebtedness to traffickers. Sentence in the text says paid less, but the statement in true false says they are paid well. So are they paid well? No. They are paid less means they are not paid well. So this statement contradicts with the information given in the text. So the statement is false. Now number E. We can inform the traffickers through helping numbers. If you look at the last paragraph, if we suspect anyone involving in such illegal activities, we have to report the police or any member of concerned organization. We can also use helpline numbers. Helpline numbers, the phrase is given there. That means helping numbers. The statement says we can inform the traffickers through helping numbers, and the text also says that. So the statement is true. This is all about true false from this passage. And now let's move on to answer the following questions. The first question is, how do traffickers identify the target groups? So you look for the phrase identify the target groups in the text and you will be able to find out the answer. If you look at the first paragraph, in the second line, traffickers prey on the most vulnerable members of society. In order to deceive, first they take help of local people to identify such families. Do you see the phrase identify there? Yes. How do they identify? They take help of local people. So that is the answer. Traffickers identify the target groups by taking help of local people. So that is the answer for question number A. Now look at question number B. Why do the traffickers invest money to the target group? Now if you look at the first line of the text, traffickers prey on the most vulnerable members of society. In order to deceive, first they take help of local people to identify such families. So the answer for your question is the traffickers invest money to the target group to deceive them. Yes, that is the answer. Now number C. What are the victims involved in? So what is the key word here? Involved. Victims. So look for this phrase in the text. Text ma yo phrase khojnos. If you look at the second paragraph, first line, most victims are involved in slavery-like practices. Yes, victims involved, they are there. The phrases are there. So the answer is somewhere there. हेर्नुस् त त्यो भन्दा पछाडि most victims are involved in slavery-like practices. So in slavery-like practices is the correct answer. How do you write from the questions? The victims are involved in slavery-like practices. Now number D. Which organizations in Nepal are dedicated to fight human trafficking? Means which organizations in Nepal fight human trafficking भनेको हो. If you look at the third paragraph, you see the name of the organizations there. तपाईले त्यहाँ organization को name देख्नुहुन्छ. हेर्नुस् त. The Nepal government, the Ministry of Women, Children and Welfare, various INGOs and NGOs. So this is the answer. And you write the answer first here in the question. यसमा answer सुरुमा लेखिदिनुस्. Nepal government, the Ministry of Women, Children and Welfare, various INGOs and NGOs are dedicated to fight human trafficking. Now number E. What can we do if we suspect someone involved in human trafficking? अब तपाईले यो क्वेशनमा पनि यसको कीवर्ड खोज्नु पर्यो. If we suspect anyone, someone. माथि हेर्नुस् त टेक्स्ट को लास्टमा if we suspect anyone, yes, the phrase is there, suspect anyone. अब आन्सर त्यसकै वरिपरि छ. Involving in such illegal activities. Then after that, what is the sentence? We have to report the police or any member of concerned organizations. Yes, the answer is there. So write the part of the answer from the text. If we suspect someone involved in human trafficking, then copy the sentence from the text. We have to report the police or any member of concerned organizations. That answer is enough. Today we did reading text 2. We tried to write the answers of different types of questions. I helped you in finding out the answers too. And tomorrow we'll continue the same thing. Please do not forget to keep your world question and your textbook ready. Thank you very much.